Hello everybody and welcome back to Be Joy in the Kitchen. I am Be Joy and this here is my kitchen. So welcome. I don't know about you, but I can't believe that it's already November. I mean, last night was Halloween and we had about 5 kids that came to the end of our driveway to collect their trick or treat. So I'm just calling it Halloween light, if you know what I mean. But November seems to, woke up this morning, got to gain an hour of sleep, which is always nice. I woke up and it said 5:40 and it was really 6:40 out. I was said 5:40, but in my body type it meant 6:40, but it was really 5:40. Anyway, I hope you're all getting used to the time change within the next couple days. So November, it speaks to me as fall, and what holiday do we have coming up but Thanksgiving? Our family's kind of canceled Thanksgiving this year. We usually spend it with my brother and his family, and we're all over from Portland, Oregon to LA to Mexico to here in the East Bay, and we're just not traveling this year. So I'm going to make some fun Thanksgiving things anyway, depending on what your family is doing. I know we're still going to have our own Thanksgiving at our house, the 2 of us probably, maybe a couple of social distant people in our bubble. So Thanksgiving says to me, for the next 4 weeks, I want to bring 4 different recipes to you that you can put on your Thanksgiving table. It says to me all those warm kind of flavors, taking that departure from the stone fruits of the summer, so to speak. So what I'm going to got for you today is a Brussels sprout salad with a Maple-Balsamic Vinaigrette. Now, you get to the Thanksgiving table or the Thanksgiving buffet table and you go, there's a nice big green salad there, and who wants to eat that? But people have been taken to having Brussels sprouts on Thanksgiving in the last decade or so. I know I never had a Brussels sprout probably before 10 years ago. I'd never seen one, just looked like a mini cabbage to me. And I quite did not like them because the only way that I had them once I started to eat Brussels sprouts was steamed. And it was boring, but there have been a lot of great recipes that have come since then, and I think this is one of them. I read a lot of different recipes and kind of made a culmination of all those books and recipes and magazines, and because like I told you before, some people read novels, I read cookbooks. So we're going to start out today with our Brussels sprouts. Right there, about 12 ounces of them. And I'm going to show you what one looks like before it got in that bowl there. So the technique we're going to use is to go ahead and cut that end off, because nobody wants to eat that icky end unless you're going to boil the heck out of it. We're not doing that today. And make sure that the leaves are all nice and not shredded and not dark in color. Everything's all nice and trimmed up there. Okay, and you can, if you'd like, I will give you the option to lay it flat like that and go ahead and shred them by hand. Now, can you imagine shredding these by hand in front of you for the next hour and a half? Me neither. So I'm going to use the faithful food processor with a slicer blade on it today. I'm going to load those up because you can load up pretty many. I am really getting to love this food processor, by the way, I have to say. All right, turning it on. Earmuffs. Push them down pretty hard. And second. See what I mean about how quick it is when you use the food processor. But if you don't have one, you can certainly do them by hand. And there we have them. 12 ounces of Brussels sprouts, all shredded up. Put those in our salad bowl. See how beautiful those are? It's like so nice and fine. Here, I think you can see them from here, how nice and fine they're going in there. Gotta say, Brussels sprouts are so much tastier when you do them like this, or roast them in the oven. So there we got our bowl of Brussels sprouts that are nicely shredded from the food processor. Again, you've got the option to do those by hand if you wish. I'll put those by hand in there. They don't come out nearly the same though. Alrighty, then with our fall in mind, we're going to add a quarter, let's get out rid of that. We're going to add a quarter of a cup of raisins. I don't know if I told you about these raisins that I have here, but I have a dehydrator, and these are homemade raisins. Our next door neighbor has an uncle in Fresno, Uncle Marty, that gave her a flat of raisins, and so I had this whole great big flat of raisins and of grapes, and here are my raisins from that. They're just absolutely delicious. And then let's talk about persimmon. Remember last week we had a persimmon shake with the Hayika persimmon. This week we're going to use the Fuyu. This is a Fuyu persimmon, just like that. This is the one that's hard like an apple, and that you can actually just take a bite out of like you would an apple, or you can cut it up, use it in salads, but it's hard and you can eat it hard. The other ones you have got to eat soft, but this is what we're going to use today. I'm going to take a quarter cup of those right here, pop those in our salad bowl, give it some, look at nice fall colors going already. Got that in the salad bowl. Then we're going to take some almonds or pecans. I'm happen to be using almonds today. I went to the store this morning to get some more pecans, and they were out of stock. People are already making pecan pie or something like that. So you know that I have my favorite method of chopping, so I don't chop off my fingers, right? I've got my quarter of a cup of almonds right in here. These are raw almonds. You can go ahead and toast yours if you like them better that way. In a plastic bag. And I've got my mallet from Paul's Hardware Store in Scottsdale, Arizona. And you just want to take a little smash, little workout here for you. So I say this is a whole lot quicker and a whole lot safer. And I'm going to put those on into the salad right there. Got that going. And that would be the dry ingredients for our salad. I think that looks so beautiful, personally. Love the colors. Next up is the maple vinaigrette. So we're going to start with 2 tablespoons of a nice olive oil. I already put it in a jar. Olive oil. Then we're going to take 2 tablespoons of balsamic vinegar. I chose a dark balsamic vinegar today because it just said fall to me. And then we're going to take 1 tablespoon of maple syrup, not pancake syrup, but actual real live maple syrup. Believe me, it is worth the extra cents that it costs to get real live maple syrup. 1 tablespoon of that. Then we're going to put in a little bit of salt, a little sea salt here, just a pinch. Bring out the flavor. A little bit of pepper, bring out the flavor. Spice it up a little bit. Okay, now comes the second part of the workout after the mallet. Shake, shake, shake. Got that shaking up. And to that, we're going to add a teaspoon of Dijon mustard. And again, if you want to add a grainy mustard, you can do that. Whatever is your favorite mustard, but Dijon or grainy go best with this particular recipe. This is looking good. I can't wait till dinner tonight. Shake that all up. And then we're going to go ahead and dress the salad. And I say in my recipe to lightly dress it because we want to make sure that we don't drown it, but that looks like this is going to be just the right amount. Toss this guy up. Looked so nice before you even started to toss it, I gotta say. And you'd probably bring it to the table untossed and toss at the table. That would be my recommendation. And you know how I really like to toss it with my hands, but it won't look very sanitary on this episode. But you just get tossed around until you get it all mixed together. And you might add more or less of something if you've got it around and you want to have a little bit more color to it. Because this is not looking as colorful. I would take some more persimmons perhaps on the top, if you'd like. But there we have it. And I guarantee you this is going to be a crowd stopper. even if you don't have a crowd. Alrighty, that's what we have for you today. A fall shredded Brussels sprout salad. Can't wait for my dinner tonight to have that. So my wish for you in the coming week is to be joy in your own kitchen. Stay safe, stay healthy, and we'll see you next time.